So how do I get leads for my LegalShield business? That's a question I'm often asked, so stick around to the end because I'm not only going to explain exactly how to get more leads for your LegalShield business, but I'll teach you a much better question to ask around this topic. My name is Matt Zavadil, and I'm passionate about helping networkers like you improve your leadership and marketing skills. And it was using the ideas I'm going to give you in this video that were responsible for me building a 9 levels deep international network marketing business. These skills also shot me up to #4 producer at thousands of affiliates in an affiliate offer that I sell. In this video, I'll show you how there's really only 2 ways to get LegalShield leads for your business. First, though, I would be honored if you'd subscribe to my channel so you never miss a future video training, and share this video with your upline, your downline, your sidelines who need to hear the message. So again, how do I get leads for my LegalShield business? Let's go ahead and break this down into its simplest parts by saying that there are only 2 ways to get leads for LegalShield. Number 1, organic, otherwise known as free. Number 2, you pay for them. So you could get your leads offline if you want to do that. You could run around hitting people up in the supermarket or the person standing next to you in the bookstore reading Napoleon Hill books. You could do that. I don't recommend doing it, but you could. And that is one organic and free method. The other way you could do it is you could do it online. And online, the most simplest way to think about how to get leads for LegalShield is to use content, such as posting on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I'll go more into that in just a moment in terms of the various methods. But there's 2 ways that you could pay for leads. Number 1, there are companies out there that deliver leads to you, prospects that have already been screened. They're proven to be interested in looking at a home business. And so you can pay for those leads and just begin calling them immediately. That's a quick way to getting leads. The second way you could pay for your prospects is to run paid ads on social media channels like YouTube, Facebook, even Google. By the way, if you want to learn more about how to get free leads for your LegalShield business without spamming anyone or bugging your family or Facebook friends, I have put a link in the pinned comment and description to our free digital recruiting bootcamp series that teaches you how to use social media to attract new customers and team members every single week. Now, let's get more specific about all of this. So your organic content might consist of things like reels, posts in Facebook groups, posts on your personal Facebook profile or on Instagram or TikTok, posts on a business page. It could be that you're using Instagram or Facebook stories. You could be going live on Facebook. You could engage in discussions in Messenger to connect with people and bring them in as leads, or any other social media direct messaging channels. You could do YouTube videos and attract people to you who are interested in your LegalShield membership. You could use Pinterest posts. You could use videos on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or even Pinterest. Next, here's what your attraction marketing funnel should look like as you go about getting leads for LegalShield. Number 1, you want to attract people to you. You then start influencing them positively around solving the problem that your LegalShield membership solves for them. And then, of course, the last part of that funnel, you want to enroll them either as a membership customer or enroll them into your downline so they can start building the business with you. But the question is, when do you use any of the above marketing types inside the attract phase, for example? And what I mean by that is, when you look at this funnel that attracts people to you, in which one of these pieces of the funnel, the attract phase, the influence phase, the enrollment phase, do you use reels as an example? Or when should you be using stories? Or when should you be going live? Which part of this funnel should you be using YouTube or getting in the Messenger with people and actually having real conversations with them that way? Do you do all that stuff in the attract phase, the influence phase, or the enrollment phase? As a general rule of thumb, Reels and Facebook group posts are excellent during the attract phase. Stories and lives work well in the influence phase, and Zoom calls, video posts, and Facebook Messenger are effective during the enroll phase. However, you can become more strategic by mixing and matching these various types of posts with YouTube videos and other social media channels I mentioned, like Pinterest. And by the way, that's again what we're teaching you inside the digital recruiting bootcamp series that I mentioned earlier. I've linked you to that straight in the pinned comment and description. So what should you use for your paid ads if you happen to go that route to find LegalShield prospects? A lot of people experience confusion around organic lead generation for LegalShield and paid lead generation. If you think about it, it's really simple. Paid ads are simply social media posts that you're paying any social media channel like Facebook or TikTok or YouTube to push out to more people for you. So which one should you do? Organic free methods or the paid version? Well, in my experience, they both work. And that's why you got to be careful who you take marketing advice from. For example, one day I opened an email from a successful marketer I pay attention to, and it said, "You cannot expect organic content to sustain your business. You must be doing paid ads." And the very next email I opened from another expert that I follow said, "You're not creating organic content? What's wrong with you?" Be careful of black and white advice like that, because in growing my MLM business and selling the affiliate products that I sell, I use a mix of both paid and organic methods. Both styles of LegalShield lead generation work. With that said, I advise that you start out with organic or free methods. Why do I say that? Because it will help you dial in how to successfully talk to and convert your LegalShield audience into leads and sales. Once you've got that down, you can start testing your paid advertising. Now, let's shift gears here a little bit. If you're asking me, how do I get leads for my LegalShield business? The question you should actually be asking me is, how do I successfully get leads for my LegalShield business who are qualified? This means leads who come to you actually interested in the membership that you're selling through your LegalShield business. Now, this is a topic that does take a little bit longer to teach than a quick 10-minute video. And here's where I lose what I call the entrepreneurs who say they're serious about building a LegalShield business, but they're really only curious about building the business because when they find out what they need to do to build the business, they're not really interested in doing it once they find out what that is. Now, I paraphrase that from something I heard Myron Golden say one time, but it's spot on for the majority of people in the LegalShield and just network marketing world in general. My point is, be prepared to work your butt off to get your LegalShield business where you say you want it to be. Never quit, no matter how hard it gets, because it is worth it in the end to avoid maybe losing your home or to finally be able to get your family what they deserve in life. All right. Let's back up to the beginning of this process, which is you need to identify who is your best prospect. That's really the question you should be asking. Just, how do I find those types of people? Please realize that not everyone is your best prospect. I know corporate LegalShield materials, your upline, a lot of times say, hey, everybody out there wants what we do. Certain segments of the population definitely need your LegalShield membership. But even those folks aren't going to be interested in listening to your pitch at all times. The better way to market LegalShield and generate qualified leads is to attract the interested people the very moment when that interest is at its highest point inside of them. One way to get good at this is to ask yourself, who the heck am I targeting? Take time to understand the specific needs and pain points of your niche down segment of the population and then market hard to those. You do not want to go posting haphazardly on social media thinking you help everyone. Think about this for a second. This very video that you're watching right now is not targeted to anyone who wants to get leads for any business, right? I'm specifically talking to you, the LegalShield representative who wants leads for your specific LegalShield business. I'm not talking to reps in Melaleuca, Primerica, or Herbalife. I'm also not talking to the flower shop owner or the real estate agent, right? Think about that. And think about it seriously. If you're on social media yelling about the LegalShield company name or membership offering and thinking that everyone is your prospect, none of the organic or paid strategies I've gone over so far are going to work for you, especially the paid strategies, because you'll throw so much money down the toilet and you'll probably quit your business thinking you're not good at this. Listen, you're just fine. It's the bad advice out there, all the way down to the so-called experts on the internet who have never built a network marketing business. And they're feeding you a bunch of bull out of their mom's basement after taking a 5-module online marketing course, okay? Look, I want you to win. I know how to help you win because I've done this myself and now I teach it. I'm reminded of a biblical principle with all of this. In Matthew 12, we're taught about the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, where every person on earth has the opportunity to listen to the whispers of the Holy Spirit, but after enough rejection of it, God eventually goes his way. In John 20, we learn that the Spirit goes inside a born-again Christian. In Acts 1, we learn that a believer can develop a third relationship with the Holy Spirit as it comes upon them. Now, if you're not a believer, that's okay. I encourage you, though, to not get troubled by this analogy. If I can learn as a believer from a secular James Clear or Tony Robbins, surely you can learn a biblical principle, right? What's the connection of what I just said to you to getting leads for your LegalShield business? Well, you can have a so-called blasphemous relationship with your LegalShield business by refusing to do the hard work that all successful 6- and 7-figure networkers do. Or you can accept what must be done to create the success that you say you want to attain. If you want leads for your LegalShield business, prospects who listen to you and take your advice and use your recommendation by buying from you, and they become a part of your downline and produce revenue that you earn override commissions on, then you need to start by identifying who your best prospect is. How do you do that? Well, that takes understanding of what a target audience is, thoughtful time with yourself to figure out who do you want to target, and then a little more time to write it all out and then tie all of your social media posts to the needs and the wants of that person. Unfortunately, I don't have time to teach you all of that here in one video. I'm just introducing you to the concept. But that is exactly what we teach you in the Digital Recruiting Bootcamp series that I've put in the pinned comment and description for you. Click on that, enter your info, and start going through that bootcamp training to become an expert social media marketer for your LegalShield business. So to recap what we talked about here, you can get leads for your LegalShield business through organic methods, preferably social media, rather than bugging people in line at the supermarket, or paid methods. If you're more advanced, I'll also put a link to my preferred company where you can buy pre-screened MLM leads down there in the pinned comment in the description. But preferably, I would say you should first go through the Digital Recruiting Bootcamp series to get the entire picture of how to get leads for your network marketing business. Again, that link is down there as well. At the very least, did you get value from this content? Does it have you thinking differently about getting your LegalShield leads? If so, please subscribe so you always know when I post new training like this. And share this video with your upline, your downline, your sidelines who you know need to hear this message as well. Do you have any questions or comments? Comment below in the video. All right, that's it for now. Signing off. Have a good one. Go start generating interested LegalShield prospects for your business.